happy hour.
So if you're looking to do a cruise in Alaska, hopefully this video will help you. It'll give you some of the best spots that we found on our cruise to Alaska. Or if you're looking for adventure, this is your video. The video of finding an adventure in Alaska.
These are our 3 favorite ports on our 7-day cruise to Alaska. Thanks for watching.
My favorite things in Alaska. First of all, the tram ride. The second tram ride that you're willing to take up on a rainy day back up top to see the gorgeous view of the harbor with all the ships lit up.
There's 2 60-passenger cabins riding a 800-foot cable system with around 200,000 visitors annually during the cruise season. It's one of the most vertical tramways in the world.
After a long day of riding the tram up to Mount Roberts, then heading out to Mendenhall Glacier, stopping at Crystal Saloon, we're soaking wet. I turned to Tammy and say, I'd really like to ride the tram again. I'd like to see if the view's any better than it was this morning. And this is what we got. A stunning view of the bay. There are 4 ships. There's our ship in the background, all lit up right before sunset. What a beautiful view. It made it worth riding the tram, soaking wet, back to the top to take a look at the view. Thank you to my wife, Tammy, for going along with me on the adventure.
Special day. How about you? What did you like about Juneau?
Juneau?
Juneau was the glacier.
I really enjoyed the glacier. We walked up to the glacier, thought we were going to ride bikes. That did not work out, but that's okay. It wasn't that long of a walk, and it ended up being nice. The glacier is gorgeous. What was amazing was somebody had said, just keep walking and you go around that curve and you'll see the glacier. He was spot on. You walk, you go around the curve, and there's the glacier. And it's absolutely spectacular.
I agree. That was a fun day. That was a day of it rained throughout the whole day. We took a bus to get out to about a 1.5 mile hike out to the glacier, and then when we came around the corner, it was a spectacular view. So Juneau, thumbs up.
Down to the bus center to take bus 8 to the Mendenhall Glacier. There's the glacier. We just met a couple that was walking back, and they said, you'll see it as soon as you come around the corner, and they're right. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Hi, so let's talk a little bit about our favorite bars that we had along the trip. One of the favorite bars that we had kind of off the beaten path on our Alaska cruise, it was a Happy Ending Saloon. It was about two blocks off of Main Street, and what we got to see from there was not just tourists. There was locals.
It was locals. You could tell it was locals by the way they hung around the bar, talked to the bartender, and they talked about local current events.
Yeah, so take a look at the video. You're going to see that they have cornhole, pool table. It's kind of any local bar in a small town. But take a look. I think we'll give it a thumbs up. That's a great little bar out of the bars selected. One of my favorite things that took place on the Alaska cruises was at the Skagway Brewing Company. We went in there late in the day. We'd been there before. You'll see in the video, it talks a little bit about kind of how the day laid out. But the brewmaster came up to us at the table, asked him a few questions. He asked if I'd like to have a tour of the brew house. So I took 15 minutes out of his day. It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I mean, we need to get back to the ship sometime soon, but to take that much time at the end of his day to walk me through the brewing process that they go through and what they have to do in Alaska to brew beer. great experience. Thank you, Tyler at Skagway Brewing Company. Really appreciate your time and effort, and we'll be back soon.
Skagway Brewing Company. Let's take a look inside.
Yeah, I'm Tyler Mills. I'm from Austin, Texas. Really just going with the brewing process.
Great.
Upstairs we have our grain room. That's where our malt is stored. And then we have a mill that is on top of this vessel right here called the grist case. So the malt is milled into this vessel, and then when it comes time to brew, we'll take hot water from our hot liquor tank and mix that with the grain coming into our mash tun. So it'll rest in there for a little while, and enzymes will go about their process, and sugars will be gotten from starches. And then once that is done, we will start running off that liquid, and we call that liquid wort. So that liquid is then run off into our boil kettle. So once it gets into our boil kettle, once we fill that up, we will start to add our hops. And then depending on when we add the hops in the process, they'll either be more for bittering or more aroma and flavoring. So the aroma and flavoring will end up being later on in the boil, closer to the end. And then after that is done, we have our heat exchanger here, and we'll run the hot wort through the heat exchanger, which runs cold water concurrently at the opposite direction of the wort. So the heat all goes into the water, and we have cooled down wort coming out, and those go into our fermenters here. And then at the same time, we'll pitch our yeast, and generally do that in line as the wort is coming out of the heat exchanger. And then it'll go into the fermenter and hang out there, and then the yeasts, the real heroes of this process, will go about fermentation. And so these vessels have glycol jackets, so we're able to control the temperature of fermentation, because that is heat is one of the byproducts of the fermentation process. And then also CO2 is a byproduct, so we have the ability to vent the CO2 out of those tanks. And then alcohol, obviously, is the byproduct that we all like. So yeah, we'll check that throughout fermentation. We'll basically be watching the sugar content and seeing that content decrease, and then we're able to deduce that there's a certain amount of alcohol present. We'll watch that until that sugar decreasing stops, and then we know that fermentation is halted. We'll run a couple tests, and then we'll cool that the beer down.
Well, thank you very much for being on the Harbor Happy Hour. Appreciate your time.
And my favorite spot was the Red Onion Saloon. It really takes you back to the gold rush time. The wait staff is all dressed in period clothing. It is also a, what is the word, bordello? Museum now. Not back then it wasn't. And the wait staff totally get into character. The girls come up to the table and entice you to go upstairs for a tour. It's just an overall entertaining experience. They really know how to treat you well.
Yeah.
We're all just here.
Hello.
And tours.
One of the things we did in Sitka was we went on a hiking through the rainforest. You'll see that part of this video, the highlights of that hike and that bike. Absolutely stunning views.
And our guide was so knowledgeable and explained things so detail oriented, but you understood it. It was incredible.
Yeah, I think he's 20 years old. His wisdom's way beyond 20 years old. He walked us through the rainforest. Probably went a little lengthy on that portion of the video for when we did Sitka, but because he was so knowledgeable, I just thought people would love to see that.
Instructions about the hike, talking about being careful with our footing because it'll be a little slippery as we go through, talking about possibility of bears, and making sure that our job was to protect the tour guide surrounding him. Everybody had a good laugh, but a little nervous, thinking that we're going to go in the wilderness and there's possible bears.
So it's been raining the whole day while we've been out. Got on the bus about 12:15. I think it was about 12:40 we got out. It's sitting here at nearly 3 o'clock. Out in the rain, but it's been a great day. Like I said, there's a group of 10 and they're stopping along the way looking for whales. Got a look back there, but I don't know if I got a picture of it now. I'll try to get it right here.
My favorite picture is actually when we're walking. We're probably halfway through the hike and we come to this clearing. You can kind of see through the forest that we're going to come to a clearing. As we come to the clearing, there's this lake, and it's just like still, completely still. And it had been raining most of the day, and it's completely still. And the reflection of the mountains onto the lake is as breathtaking. That's my favorite picture of the week we spent in Alaska. So,
I don't have a favorite picture.
no favorite picture?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, no favorite picture.
I've got a
Tammy.
lot of pictures that I really enjoy, but I don't know that I could pick out a favorite.
One of the things that Alaska did offer us is our friends Randy and Deb were with us on the trip. And every evening after we went back to the boat, got a quick shower, got warmed up, we met for a drink and kind of talked about our day. It's something the two of us really enjoy, is after the day kind of getting together, talking what we really liked, what we didn't like, what we do different next time. That's what we're trying to bring you in these videos, is kind of a catch up, kind of here's where we're at, here's what we've done. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.